Have I ever told you I talked to Tony Khan when I was in WWE? I told you that, right?
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you didn't even know who he was. He was just sat on one of those like wheeled cases sort of thing for the equipment, was he?
Yeah, he was outside. We were in Jacksonville, and I was with WWE. This is about 2016, and he came up to me, and I will say that when he came up to me, as nice as he could be, as I mean, he with a lot of respect is what I'm saying. Because if there is one thing he respects, he does respect the wrestling business. And if he does something wrong, it's not out of uh, just doing it because he thought it'd be bad. He did it because he thought it would be good. And the reason I remember him, he does have a little bit of an unusual look to him. But he told me, and I'm a football fan, he told me that his father owns the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we were in Jacksonville, so that explains his presence there. And he just wanted to talk wrestling. And I talked to him about 10 minutes. And then when I heard his name starting to be tossed around about AEW, or after he'd already started it, now it explains why he was there. I do think he had more of a connection with WWE than what he's let everybody know up to this point. But he was in the back trying to figure out, well, if I start a company, what will I need? Then he got to look at how massive that operation is.
Mm.
So if you pull in, and just to give the people how big this looks, if you see WWE go to a town, they'll bring in 9 or 10 tractor trailers with WWE all over it. And sometimes, they used to put the big murals of the wrestlers on there, but it's massive what they go from town to town with. And you see it, you can't help but be impressed. I mean, it takes this much equipment to broadcast a Raw or a SmackDown or a pay-per-view. It takes a lot. So a lot goes into those broadcasts and pay-per-views, and much bigger. And I was with the company, and it was much bigger than I even thought it would be. I'd pull in, and all you see is tractor trailers. So, and you know what else you see? Coaches, like passenger coaches.
Mm-hmm.
What are they called?
Bus.
Well, it's a big bus, but it's a personal bus.
Yeah.
And then I found out, well, the Undertaker had one, and Triple H had one, and but Vince never had one. Vince would travel by car, or as far as I know, he would travel by car from town to town. He never got on a bus. And I guess Stone Cold would have it.
Big Show had one, I think. Randy Orton had one. CM Punk had
Randy
one.
Orton had one. Who was the last one?
Randy Orton, Big Show, CM Punk. I think they all had buses.
They all had buses.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, and you know what those buses cost to operate?
For an entire year, you've got to talk
about
6 figures.
Well, the buses are like $1 million. I know they're $1 million now. I mean, but they're so nice. I mean, I've traveled on not the Stars buses, but TNA used to rent a bus to go from Nashville to Orlando. That's a hell of a long drive. You drive all night long and you get there, but it was comfortable. But I mean, but you can't put 10 guys on it. That's what they did. If you just got one guy on it or 2 guys, you may be okay. But that's what they travel with.